Welcome to These Are My Friends. These are my friends.
Welcome to These Are My Friends podcast.
So today we have a fun, wide variety end of the earth episode.
It's chaos, as always.
It's always chaos.
It's the Halloween hangover, I think we were going to call it, because probably won't be coming out before Halloween, but maybe it will.
We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We got a couple days. We start off with Halloween costumes that me and Dan both experienced in the past. It's kind of cute. Then we went into a funny story about Dan.
Crazy stories about what happens when fake guns are involved, you know, just how seriously the police take that sort of business.
That's right. And real life experiences with that from both me and Dan. And then we go into a real current event that has happened in San Francisco of a gentleman on an airplane attempting to people, and that's all I'm going to go into for here. So trigger warning a little bit.
Pretty wild one. Crazy. Yeah.
Then we go into Pitbull. We got Pitbull quotes. Oh man, that dude's a genius. Astopheles.
Yeah.
Dale Astopheles is it? Yeah.
Dale Astopheles,
yeah.
Pitbull.
He is a philosopher amongst men.
He had words for us. Yeah. He had some things.
And then the last thing we did was we did the psychopath test again, and it was good, better, worse.
Psychopathy test.
Than the last time we did it.
Still nuts.
Yeah.
So we're still crazies. The cat tried to mess with us again, but we...
Yeah, big rat. Awesome. Other than that, these are my friends. You are our friends. We love y'all. Enjoy the show.
Enjoy.
Let's begin.
Under my hood.
Beautiful. Okay, we're live. We're going. DGI, yeah.
Are we live?
We're live. We're kicking it live. Okay, let's rock it. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. I'm having a little sneeze here because we moved some stuff around. Now it's a little dusty. I got myself a dust allergy.
We're in an old house, as you can see.
Isn't it gross that like dust allergies aren't really, it's not like we're allergic to the dust, it's the dust mites. It's the
no way.
Bugs in the dust. I
did not know that. Yeah. And I think I was about to say unhealthily allergic, but I think I have an extra exception to dust. You know?
Oh, I thought you said unhelpfully. I was like, Crowley.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. She's exploring.
That's it.
Spray the camera and the ring light.
Sorry, we got a big rat in the studio and she's looking to mess some stuff up. So
I'm going to have to cut and blow my nose for a quick sec here.
Okay.
While you tell a story. Do you want to tell a story about strudels? And
Sure. Yeah, I'll tell a story about strudels.
Okay,
so
here we go.
One time I was in the Okanagan. They have a bunch of fruit.
They have a bunch
stands
of fruit there. Yeah.
In the Okanagan, and I was shopping for some plums and some blueberries. Well, I see the prettiest girl I ever saw. She was selling, so I asked her. I said, "Hey, can I have your strudels?" She thought I was talking about her sister. Long story short, she smacked me.
Strudels?
Yeah. And next thing you know, she's my wife. Her name is Cecilia. She's a farm girl. She still lives in the Okanagan. I go to see her on weekends in Vancouver. We meet halfway. But anyways, that was that totally real story and not just
was
me
the
stalling.
Song that you sang. We were like, Cecilia, I really feel ya. That's that one. Okay. Well, cool. Now I understand the origins of that song.
Exactly, precisely.
Give it to me straight. Do I have like bits of Kleenex on my mustache?
No, you're fucking clean and clear and under control.
We are killing it.
Awesome.
We are good. Any day where your mustache is free of Kleenex and bits of stuff, that is a good day.
That's a good day. No blow in the snow.
Wait. Oh, you were going to say a thing. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you if you were going to say a thing.
I wasn't. I was going to. No, I was. I was gonna. I was gonna say, what was your like? I just wanted to think about past Halloween costumes. Like, what was? I want to try to remember as many of mine as I can, but I was having a really hard time going through them all. But like, what were some of your like? What was yours? Can you try to go?
Yeah,
through
definitely.
them a little bit.
3-4 years in a row. No, first year that I could actually do it. Batman. Me and my brother. I'm a twin,
dude. Same.
So we were both Batman.
That's crazy. Same. Yeah.
2 Batmans. And then I think we did that for 2 years, and then we were Power Rangers 1 year, both red.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so sick.
Both red Power Rangers.
Parents are just like, fine.
These fucking kids.
Yeah.
Then we were Pikachu for like 6 years.
I love that you guys want it to be the same thing. You're just we're the same.
Yep.
Like,
we are twins. Yep. We split this chromosome. Is that how that works?
I think so. Yeah.
Something like that.
I think you guys, yeah, for sure.
Split the chromosome. And then what was I after that? Just a lot of lackluster shit. I was a werewolf.
It got pretty whack after that.
Yeah.
Pretty boring.
And then we separated and did our own thing. He was a clown.
You guys separated like you used to be Siamese twins.
Yeah. It took us, yeah. That's
That
why
makes
we were
sense
both
why you were
Pikachu. It was one costume.
Oh my God.
We were both jammed in one Pikachu costume. Yeah.
Oh.
Until they separated us, then we could be our own thing. That's why we were both the red Batman.
I got it now. I get
Fuck,
it. You were
Red
both
Batman?
the red Batman. I like Power Batman and like
Yeah.
or the Bat Ranger.
Knockoff from Japan. Yeah.
It's a good combo. So we need an AI Power Ranger Batman.
Power Ranger Batman. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the strongest. Yeah. What are you, man?
Yeah, that's as many as you can remember? That's all
mean,
you got?
Well, I mean, for like 10 years, it was 3 things. And then, I don't know, just fucking like werewolf, zombie, very just like, what the fuck do I got lying around? I need to get candy. And then just.
What do I got lying around?
Yeah.
I'm a zombie. All right.
The Was Up, Scream one year when that was a big thing.
You did the guy, what, like with the phone?
Yeah.
You like had a phone?
The Scream from Scary Movie
Yeah.
when they redid it. Yeah.
Well, from Scream?
Oh, no, Scary Movie.
Where did Scary Movie get it?
From Scream. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Ghostface.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah. But it had the tongue sticking. Yeah.
But it had the tongue with the phone and stuff.
It was
right?
like the fucking, you look
It was
super
from-
baked and yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Well, nice.
Ghostface Killer. Yeah.
Nice.
What about you?
I
Were
was
you Ghostface
Batman.
Killer?
I was never Ghostface Killer. That would have been a tight costume, though. I would have gotten a lot of trouble. But yeah, I think Action Bronson did that. I think he tried to go for his more than just Halloween as Ghostface Killer. He made albums as Ghostface Killer. Ghostface
He's
was
getting
like,
awarded,
"Do you
yeah.
remember that?" And Ghostface was like, "Man, I don't remember making this song."
Yeah.
He's like, he literally was like, "I don't remember doing this verse," and he thought it was him, and he was.
Just Action Bronson.
He himself thought it was him. He was like, "What the fuck?" And then
It's the
it
flow,
was Action Bronson, and I think there was a whole thing where Action Bronson said something disrespectful about it. No, it's not like Ghostface or whatever, and then Ghostface made him apologize or something. It was like a whole thing. I'll have to look into it.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of that, but yeah, no, he had to apologize to Ghostface Killer. Yeah, I was Batman, and then
Halloween was last week. By the time this comes out, Halloween was last week. So this is Halloween Hangover.
Halloween Hangover. Oh, okay. I was going to say, should we not talk about this? Oh, damn. We missed our chance to talk about Halloween.
Christmas,
it's not
man.
even here yet.
Move on to Christmas, dude.
Yeah, right. Christmas. For Christmas, I was a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, hey, Crowley.
These rats, man, I tell you.
She's just, it's okay. It's plastic. She wants to sit on the plastic.
Okay, sit on the plastic, but don't mess with the plastic. All right, anyways, continue.
Okay. But yeah, okay. So I was Batman the first year, I think. And then the next year I went as a combo with my little cousin Rochelle as Mickey and Minnie. So
You were Minnie, obviously.
Yes,
Yeah.
clearly. And my parents knew about, switching. They were very progressive. I was a cowboy, which we named Quiet Burp after the after the car. I think there was like a Disney or no.
Quiet Burp?
Yeah, Quiet Burp.
That's a real thing?
No, like Wyatt Earp is a real Wild West.
Dude, man, my history was like back in school, man.
Wyatt Earp was like a gunslinger back in the day. And so Crowley, you are just throwing shit. She's just throwing shit.
She's just literally throwing shit.
And then now she's like braced against the water bottle. She's like, if I just hold it, it actually isn't that bad.
But she knows that we have like fucking cameras and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, she knows the cameras are on.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's that? Continue.
Okay, no, please. Go and throw your cat in the trash can. There we go. You're being a butthead right now, Crowley. Here, pick her up. Just there we go.
We're just gonna show everybody the rat.
Here she is. There's that podcat. Okay, you'd like to sit? You'd like to be in the
chill here.
attention? But yeah. So what else was I? Yeah, I was a cowboy. I was back so long ago that there was like a metal gun, like a metal fake gun that I had. It was like a cap gun. And nowadays that wouldn't fly at all. And I couldn't understand when I was a kid. I was like, why don't my parents want me to bring this around other kids and in school? And why can't I play with that gun? Why did it disappear soon? And now I get why it disappeared quietly.
I remember when I was a kid playing with guns all the time.
Realistic looking like chrome cap gun that looked like it could be a gun. I was like, oh, okay, I get why we don't have that now. But yeah, I was a vampire and I was the Grim Reaper one time. You look terrified. What's the matter?
She just wants to play with everything that's around.
Oh, you're just giving a nice. she's like in a headlock. She's just like, but she looks like she's chilling though. She's quite cool.
You're
She's happy.
chilling, yeah.
PETA.
I'm a good cat owner.
Crowley. Oh man, that cat's so rad.
She's anyways,
it's a good cat.
I have a insane story about guns.
Okay. Yeah, no, go for it.
Wait, no, continue yours. Well,
No, I don't have anything. That's all I can remember.
Okay. And it actually just brings me, I might have said this on a podcast that we actually scrapped. There was a kid walking around like I work at a store, and he was in the parking lot with a not even a full cap gun. It was like broken. And somebody saw, called the cops, and the whole place went down.
Shut down.
In lockdown, and they came out with carbine rifles.
Oh, for sure. They don't mess around at all.
It was insane. I remember I used to, as a kid, run around with those things all the fucking time.
I feel like I've told the story about when that happened to me. No?
I don't think so. Yeah. And long story short, there were 18-year-olds who had just a broken cap gun, and he was waving it around.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like all three of them. They were like in high school, I think, or maybe 18, 20, maybe. All three of them up against the wall with guns pointed at the back of them.
Oh, yeah. No, there's zero playing around.
And this is Canada.
Oh, no. There's like zero playing around. The second, that's just, I mean, it's scary and everything, but it's like that makes sense policy wise. Like if I tell the cops that I think somebody has a gun, then I want them to treat that like somebody really has one.
Are you sure it's not just a kid that went to the dollar store and got a cap gun?
Even if it is pretty sure, you know?
Yeah. I'm like 80% sure. Okay, well, there's a 20% chance somebody's going to get their dick blown off.
As long as those cops have the restraint, obviously, and the training and the mental fortitude to not just be ready to blast off like some of these cops seem to be down south, you know, like I'm pretty sure that, they're scared, they're ready, but they also are aware that there's like, she's like, oh, you're not going to do it. You wouldn't do that. Oh my God. But she's but they're also aware that, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. But
sorry, man. Yeah, I threw you.
Okay. But no, you don't have to worry. She's just going to run around.
Poise, totally fine. A little poise and control.
No, they're poison control.
Poison, a little poison control.
Jesus. But no, they take it seriously. And that happened a couple different times, actually, this in my experience. One time, first time I went paintballing, my friend has his own like paintball gun that looks like a carbine rifle, but it also has like a little hose that obviously goes to the air, you know, the air pressure to make paintballs fly out. Of
course.
But if people didn't know that, then, you know, so he's thinking to himself, oh, it's a paintball gun, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't even think about it, right? He's walking in his like, this is after we had gone.
Yeah.
So I dropped him and our other friend off at a nearby place, which is like literally one street over from Buddy's. So I drop them off. I go home to shower, and then the plan is we're going to chill afterwards and, you know, hang out, talk about the day. And so I go back over, I go have my shower and stuff. I drive back over, and right as I drive back to Buddy's place, a bunch of cops are surrounding his house. And so I stop there, and they all pull up kind of around me, and the more are arriving and stuff, SUVs, all this stuff. And I'm like, oh God, I know what this is about. And my aunt phones me on my cell phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's odd. She doesn't phone me very much, you know, and she is a police dispatcher. And so she saw this thing and like obviously recognized either the neighborhood or the name or something like that and phoned me and said, are you with so-and-so? And I said, yes. And she's like, oh, okay, well, you better go then. I'm like, yeah, I better go. I gotta
scram.
I gotta go. There's a lot of police everywhere. She's like, oh, you better go then. I'm like, okay, get by. And the cops come up and like, do you live here? And I was like, no. And my friend lives here. And just to let you guys know, I was like, if this helps, just so you guys know, we just came from paintballing, and I'm pretty sure that must be what this is about, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, and he asked me a couple questions. I'm like, yeah, we just came from the blah, 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 you know, and that guy relaxed, but of course the rest of them. And right then my friend opens the door and he is in his towel. He's like, he's been in the bath. He was having a bath. And
like
he's
Ernie?
Like, oh, no. And I hear him open the door and goes, oh, no, come in. And these two cops go in and he's just in his friggin', so that was... Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway, nothing happened obviously there because he explained that, and they said, you know, it's not illegal to do that, but I mean, if somebody looks out their window and sees a guy in like camo, like walking along with a big black assault rifle, we're gonna get a phone call, and we're gonna have to roll up like real hard, just so you know. And he's like, no, that's on me. Like, I get it. Yeah, no, I get it. No, that's why our neighborhood is safe. Is like, even if it's like overwhelming force that seems unnecessary, it's like, that's why it's a deterrent, so that people understand they can't just walk around with guns and have like one cop come up and say, hey, stop it. No, it's going to be like 7 SUVs with guys with rifles. And so let me just quickly go into the next time this happened.
Crazy.
My cousins were, one cousin and a homie who we jokingly called Cousin Lee, because he wasn't our cousin, but he was the one that wasn't, and so anyway, Cousin Lee. And he was an interesting cat, man. He comes from, like, I remember at a party that same trip, a girl asked, so where are you from, to Cousin Lee? And he goes, oh, I live in the woods. That was the answer that he said. And I was like, Lee, you got to tell her you're from Chilliwack. Like, you're from, oh, yeah, right. No, from near Agassiz, he says. And he's just like this turbo Canadian friggin' forest dwelling woodsman guy with a big beard.
He's Bigfoot. Anyway,
yeah, he's kind of basically, if you look out in the woods and see Bigfoot, it's probably Cousin Lee.
It's Cousin Lee.
But so my cousin and Cousin Lee came over, and we're all hanging out at this like roommate place where we all chilled, what I've mentioned before, and hanging out. And he was terrified because he had brought over like an ounce or two of this weed that they grew over there. Mm-hmm. And it was really nice and everything. And part of the hilariousness of this was that he, in his terror, bringing it over on the ferry, brought it over in a bunch of baggies with black peppercorns and like bounce sheets wrapped around all of the bags. Not in with the weed, but like around the weed, and it still permeated through the bags and into the weed. And that weed we nicknamed Dish Soap Delight because it tasted so gross, dude. It was fucked. I believe we smoked it all, but it took like a couple, like few months to get
pepper
through it.
And dish soap
with everybody. The peppercorns didn't do shit. It's supposed to be, he said it was to throw off any drug sniffing dogs. I'm like, it's BC Ferries. Every dog would be stopping at every car.
Yeah.
There's no like, and he hid it in the wheel wells and shit. It's so funny. He like put it in the wheel well like he's delivering shit for a cartel.
Yeah.
But anyway, so his couple of bags of weed, they're in there. But he's got these, right? So he's sweating already. He's nervous as hell about this. He just arrived. And we're standing in the middle of the yard. Hey, how's it going? Big hugs and whatever. And boom, all these cops start showing up everywhere. Like there's another cop car, another one, and sirens, everything. And bam, a bunch of cops walk up on the sidewalk with AR-15s, like bulletproof vests, assault rifles, ready to rock. Like, here we go. Yeah. And we're all like, oh, hey guys. Like, I'm kind of laughing because I know there's no nefariousness going on.
Yeah.
But it's sort of freaky. I'm like,
I'm innocent.
Hi everyone. You guys are all here, it seems like, for us. And then it turned out, okay, so my other dummy roommates, we had set up a target against the house in the back. Mm-hmm. We had cleared out a bunch of stuff in the back 40, cleared out a bunch of vines and shit, and made a little space back there that no one we thought was aware of. But I guess neighbors saw them shooting a bow and arrow against the target. And one of the BB guns, I guess, too. There was like a little BB gun that one of them had. So it looks like they're shooting a rifle and a bow and arrow in the neighborhood. Someone called. They had to take it seriously. It didn't seem threatening, I guess, but obviously they rolled up and they talked to us. Anyway, so Cousin Lee had gone to pee in the bush during this.
Oh, no.
So I'm talking to them all, and they're all like jumpy and stuff. And just as they're kind of like relaxing, Cousin Lee like crashes hard out of the bushes and like hops the fence over and like looks up and whoa. Like realizes, hey,
we got company.
A lot of cops here. And like the guy looks at me like the fuck? Like the cop is looking at me like, explain? Like, did you just go hide a bunch of guns in the bush? Like, like is what I'm just like, dude, no, I'm sorry. I was like, our toilets are being worked on. Both of our bathrooms are being renovated right now. Actually, it's being put in. And he looks at me like I'm fucking crazy. And
Full of shit.
I point at the house, and there's 2 toilets sitting next to each other on the, like, outside on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like we're replacing the toilet right now. Like, it's so funny. Awesome. He's like, let's get out of here. He just like, let's get out of here. Like pulled all the cops out. All right, let's go, guys. Nothing wrong here. But yeah, they really respond.
That's, like I said, that's
first response, they're called. It's not SWAT in Canada. It's called first response.
That's our SWAT.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's enlightening and enheartening. and
Take heart,
empowering.
everyone. Your cops will be here with tons of fucking rifles if you have a bow and arrow in your backyard.
it's just cool. Like, I don't know.
It is good that
Well,
we're that safe, I guess, from
and
people who could potentially have weapons,
Other side of things is just there's so many people that see shit and it's like, oh, that can't be what the bad option is. That has to be good. There's so many people that's like, that can't be bad. Why? It's got to be a good thing. So I'm not going to call the cops at all.
Oh, what do you mean?
There's just so many people that just don't want to get involved or
won't
just
report it.
or just like convince themselves that what they're seeing, there has to be a reasonable explanation and they don't
must
do anything.
be fine.
Yeah. And they don't do anything. And then it's just like, okay, well, fucking the guy at 7-Eleven just got shot because you thought nothing was going on.
You thought that was a fake gun
Exactly.
or whatever.
Yeah, so
you thought it was a cap gun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Crazy, man. All right. Well, that was a good intro to the whole thing. How you doing? What you got?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, how you doing?
with a little how to do. So I got a couple stories to read. Talking about drugs. This happened probably this last weekend. Anyways, doesn't matter. So there was an off-duty pilot.
Ain't talking about drugs.
Yeah, we're going to get Van Halen to do that for us. We're going to pay him enough to write that for us.
From the grave.
That's right. Yeah, Eddie Van Halen. Yeah.
Anyway, rip.
Off-duty pilot took psychedelic mushrooms 48 hours before flight, prosecutor says. So this happened on an Alaskan air flight.
48 hours?
Before, yeah.
How much did he take?
That's
Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's like, I would be fucking doing the fucking two-step in the Charleston after that. I'd be totally fine.
Which means you can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. They made him do that, actually.
Can you do the Charleston?
Yeah,
what about the two-step?
He could barely.
Okay, he's good.
Yeah. And crip walk for me? Okay.
Yeah.
Sea walk? Thank you.
Crump a little. Crump. All right. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
So basically what happened was, it was a flight going from somewhere to San Francisco, Alaska Air. He wasn't the actual main pilot. He was, pilots can hop on flights, just to like get from one airport to another.
Like a transfer, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So he was actually just on the flight as he was transferring to another spot.
Commuting to his actual place to fly.
And then somebody noticed that he apparently, I don't know the active layout of a plane, but apparently there's this switch near the front where the pilots are that cuts off fuel to the plane. And he pushed it and attempted to cut fuel to the plane while the plane was in air.
And what? Why?
And then a couple people in security saw him and said, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And apparently there's a delay for safety purposes, and it doesn't instantly cut the fuel supply. And they reversed it and said, what are you doing, man? And then he said, oh man, you got to restrain me or something bad's going to happen. And then, so they said, okay. And then as they were going to go get him, he tried opening an emergency exit with 84 people on the plane. So then he tries opening emergency exit. So he's doing everything in his power right now, and he's a pilot to crash this plane going to San Francisco. And he wasn't the main pilot, but he was just on there on a transfer.
Why? What a trip, dude. Really?
So he was trying to, he was trying to murder these people.
Are they now going back to he had done mushrooms 2 days before? So is then he still high? Like
he's on.
Did it affect him some way? Like
currently getting evaluated, and he apparently his reasoning he was in a mental breakdown. He was having a mental breakdown, and apparently he did a bunch of mushrooms, 48 hours prior to this all happening. And he said he was not in the right state of mind, and he hadn't really slept. So he's blaming this all on
lack of sleep, maybe,
and mushrooms. But he's being charged with attempted murder of 84 people.
No shit.
And he is obviously lost his license.
You can't ever have that guy in a plane again.
No, it's
like you're not allowed to be in a plane anymore, dude.
Yeah, like
sorry.
You're a sailboat guy now. That's all you get. Nothing with engines. You sail. You use the power of wind to get places now. That's it. That's all you're allowed.
I don't know about that, man. Like that's craziness. That's just actual insanity. Like he had a little voice in his head or something. Totally. That was like, you got to die. You got to do something.
And
kill everybody. Holy crap! That's so brutal.
Oh man, dude, imagine that. And then everybody on the plane being like, "Holy fuck!" Like that to me would be a traumatic enough experience. Like, okay, what if that didn't get
I understand
saved?
Having dark invasive thoughts and things, but like to the point of where he knew, he was like, guys, I'm going to do something here. And then he continued to try to do it. Like that to
So
me,
nuts.
that tells like to me, the only way my brain makes sense of it is like, oh, this guy knows he's being possessed by a demon and he's not going to have control much longer.
Yeah.
Like that's how it feels. Like it's like almost like he's like the sane guy is poking through going, guys, last chance here. I'm slipping. And then he's fully gone. Cause
And
like,
then he's taken over.
wow. Because you really got to mean it if you're trying to kill 84 strangers. And you're a pilot, you know exactly. That's crazy.
Yeah, 84
I keep saying that's crazy because it is, but that is just, it's a really terrifying, honestly.
And it's just like, it goes to show the type of people out there. And it sucks because some people can have lapse of judgment, lapse of time. Drugs can do fucked up things to people's psyche after a little bit of time. Some people can't handle this, that, the other thing. But at the same time, there's certain people that shouldn't be out in society. And there shouldn't be people that should be in the position to affect that many people's lives like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, man,
well,
maybe you were having a mental breakdown.
Let's take a second then. Let's take just a sec to appreciate all of the people who carry hundreds and maybe thousands of lives in their hands all the time that have maybe the odd sad thought, the invasive thought where they're like, yeah, you know, I'm an air traffic controller and I could just say the wrong number and suddenly a bunch of people die. And it crosses their mind and they're like, that's horrible. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And they don't, right? So thank you, all of you people who could totally cause catastrophes and don't because you're a decent, sane person. Thank you.
For not choosing evil.
You know, life's hard, but evil is available to people. You could just shut off the fuel on a plane. That's available to people who know about that stuff.
Yeah.
So thank you for being kind and sane. And even to that guy, thank you for telling people at least, hey, you better stop me now, and warning them at least once he got caught trying to kill everybody.
He didn't try and deke him out and do some stupid shit.
I mean, he did kind of.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. He a little bit shut off the fuel to the plane, a little bit, but that's at least he, you know, is trying to get help. I don't know. That's a wild story, man.
Dude, insanely crazy. Okay, we're gonna go for a little bit of a break, and then we're gonna come right back. And yeah,
these are my friends. These are my friends.
Every person in this room has the perfect motive.
Stand back!
For murder.
What do you mean? Murder.
But only one of these suspects is the murderer. Is it the timid Mr. Green?
Why are you screaming? Because I'm frightened of what? Screaming!
Or the militant Colonel Mustard?
If I was the killer, I would kill you next. Huh? Said if.
Mrs. White, who helped her husband on his way.
Well, it's a matter of life after death. Now that he's dead, I have a life.
Miss Scarlet, who's helped many men along the way.
Practice makes perfect. Huh.
Professor Plum, who's looking for a way.
I'm looking.
Mrs. Peacock.
I have absolutely no idea what we're doing here, but I am determined to enjoy myself.
Or did the butler do it?
No.
Paramount Pictures invites you to an evening of mystery.
Let us out!
Murder.
This is getting quite serious.
And madness. In the movie that makes a scene of the crime.
So who did it?
Clue. It's not just a game anymore.
These are my friends. These are my friends.
And we are back.
Everybody, we are back.
And hopefully that one keeps going. Cool. All right, we are back.
I feel like we're being shunned actively by this cat.
No, I like this.
I'll climb up here.
Don't pay any attention to the rat, or else the rat will start gnawing through the cords.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So that was a wild story, man.
That was a wild story. If you do say so yourself about your own wild story.
I come up with the craziest shit, man.
Who did that? Why did they? That's crazy.
Do you have anything you want to go for? Or?
I did, and I can't remember. Fuck, I had a thing.
Carmen? You said tell you to remind you about Carmen?
Oh, Cameron.
That
was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Again, it was weird. Oh, because we were looking at the James Cameron poster of the Transformers poster or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, remind me." But because my Mexican buddy, my old boss, actually your old boss, told us that that him and his buddies would like jokingly say prawn 10, and prawn 10 was Cameron Diaz, because that's just the translation.
Prawn 10?
Yeah.
Because Diaz is 10?
Yeah. It's really easy. It's like a direct translation over. Cameron is prawn or whatever, and so Diaz is 10.
Prawn 10.
Cameron Pronten. They jokingly call Cameron Diaz Pronten.
Okay.
It's not that good of a joke. It's just something I remembered because you said Cameron. Anyway.
Oh, and
We'll delete this. No one will ever have to hear it again.
This cutting room floor. And I'm pretty sure it was Michael Bay that did Transformers.
Yeah. See, it doesn't matter because I don't watch dumb things. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I only watch. Yeah, I don't watch big
explosions and crazy shit, dude. Yeah. Megan Fox
Michael
so
Bay.
hot. Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, she's a babe. I mean, come on.
I mean, she is a babe.
She's
but
Murphy.
Jesus Murphy. Having some Murgatroyd. Okay, so I got a fun thing. This is light, fun, happy. So I'm gonna read
A funeral home again.
So I got a light, happy comedic situation at a funeral home
factory right beside a funeral home exploded.
It caught on fire.
Limbs everywhere. Yeah. Anyway.
So these are. I'm gonna read this, and it's gonna say it at the end. But I'm just guess who it is. You probably know, or you might know, and then it's gonna lead into the segment that we have. And oh yeah, he's a word sayer. He used to say words in a rhyming manner.
Word sayer.
And he common anomalies, and so he is a expert.
Common anomalies.
Common anomalies.
Common anomalies.
He's an expert on lyrics. He's a professional.
You do me a kindness.
No,
a kindness too far.
Yeah, he's got a PhD in words.
No.
Me not working hard? Yeah, right. Picture that with a Kodak. Or better yet, go to Times Square, take a picture of me with a Kodak. Took my life from negative to positive. I just want y'all to know that. Ain't tonight, let's enjoy life.
I've heard that, but I don't remember who it is. I don't know who it is.
Pitbull, Neo, tell us right.
See, I've been burned before on this one because you think that I know about new rap, and I don't.
God, no, dude, I wouldn't even classify that as rap.
And it's probably not even new
diarrheaing out words and putting it to a beat. Yeah,
is it even new? Like somebody's gonna be like, "Dude, that's 12 years old now," and I'll be like, "I still don't know."
Tonight, I love you. Yeah. As I fucking sing that like Caillou with his balls chopped off. That song, yeah. Just and then okay, I got one more. Miami got an ass like a donkey with a monkey. Look like King Kong. Welcome to the crib, 305. That's what it is. With the woman down here are the shit. They don't play games. They off the chain, and they love to do everything and anything, and they love getting it on all night. Dale. I don't know why it says Dale in brackets. Maybe that's Pitbull's real name.
The guy, yeah, Dale. Dale pops in for a quick sec. Oh,
yo, Dale.
You know why?
Yeah. But anyways,
his name to Pitbull.
What do you think about those lyrics?
What do I think about them?
Yeah.
I think that those are lyrics for the ages. I think
Smithsonian?
What?
The Smithsonian?
The Smithsonian? I think they're actually more about the Smith Onion, like you're saying. Actually, I'm sorry to.
Smithsonian.
Yeah, the Smithsonian.
Fuck, man.
That's poetry.
Yeah, it's for the Smith Onion for sure.
Yeah. I was going to read a rap that I wrote yesterday, but it's on my phone, which is being used as one of our cameras. So we'll do it later.
We'll do it after. We'll do it after, and we can like splice it in.
We'll see if my lyrics can stack up near those ones.
Fucking Dale Pitbull.
They won't. Yeah. Dale Pitbull Rogers or whatever his name is.
So this is segueing into the actual segment of hilarious Pitbull quotes.
Okay.
So I just had to show you a little bit about what he does, what the man does.
You just wanted to go into some Pitbull lyrics because they're...
Dude's worth $500 million or like $250 million.
Oh, okay.
And it's just
it's a big difference, Dylan.
Yeah, it's
very different. It's Loserville down there at 250 mil.
Fucking Dale. Fucking get your game up.
Half bill or more club.
That's right.
Dale.
Fucking Dale. Humor is everything usual. The negatives turned out to be the most positive for me. In the music industry, any other artist would have looked at the situation I was in and thought, oh man, this is not for me. I looked at it more like Darwin exploring the Galapagos Islands. You know, survival of the fittest.
That did not rhyme at all. That's what my first thought is he could probably have put more effort into his rhymes on that one. But anyways, I guess
that's him trying to inspire fucking Daytona Beach. Apparently, yeah. These are some pretty good quotes from the Astophiles? Is that a
Astophiles?
Yeah. Man, I'm trying to rip on this dude and I'm just ripping on myself.
The great philosophizer. Astophiles would often say.
Yeah. He's right up there. Dale Pitbull Rogers.
AKA Astopheles.
Astopheles. That's right. Oh man. So here's another one. Here's another good one from Dale.
From Dale.
As far as the fans, I always say it because it's the truth. Without them, I'm absolutely nothing.
That's pretty true.
Good for you, man, for realizing
I
that.
guess if what he has built, he's right. If what he's talking about his career, then with no fans, he's got not really much of a career.
No,
right? He is.
He is.
True words were spoken.
Nailing
Dale.
it on the head.
Dailing it.
Dailing it. As Americans, which I suffer from myself, we have ADD. Pitbull. Everything's like quoted like Pitbull.
As Americans,
which I suffer from myself, we have ADD.
Yeah, that explains that sentence structure.
Cool.
I guess. Yeah.
I'm no longer an artist. I'm a business partner. Pitbull. Dale.
Why did he have to stop being an artist?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm no longer an artist now that I have tons of fucking money.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, I guess you are an entrepreneur of fucking doing whatever you're doing and making that much.
Skrillions.
Yeah, skrillions indeed. Pretty soon, I think you'll have Republicans, Democrats, and hip hop as a party.
The hip hop party?
The hip hop party of America.
That will be fucked up. Can you imagine that? I would love. Oh my God. That is I want somebody to make this movie. Like hip hop, the
hip hop party?
The hip hop party.
Yeah, it could go against the Republicans and Democrats.
It would be great. It would be a lot more guns around.
It would be the speaker. It would be the keynote speaker. It would be the main, like.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Not Pitbull.
There's so many voices. Dale. Every single person is like a spokesman.
Yeah.
Like every single person's like a chairman or a spokesman. Everybody could be president. They're all arguing over who should be president.
Yeah, it just goes on for years. Yeah.
That would be the sickest election ever, dude. It would just be all rap battles and shit. Like there's no debate. They're just spitting bars at each other.
Yeah.
There's a Snoop versus Ghostface over here.
Everything
and then we have
turns into a rap battle.
Yeah.
That's how you solve it. Yeah. With like China.
Yeah.
There's like some arms deal going wrong and it's just like, yo, rap battle.
We just insult the shit out of everybody else and just cause all these wars.
Yeah.
Like
and laugh. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. We got more guns.
Yeah, it's all
Come
good.
at me, bitch.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
Bring it over here. Yeah, that's this is Parliament. That's not how it works.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Now,
I see.
bitch.
B-boy. Yeah,
Dude,
we get a B-boy. Yeah.
It would be really just dope as hell though. All this like dry ice and shit and like lights and stuff like in the
Astopheles is onto something here.
Yeah. All right.
There's no success without failure and no winning without losing. Life is to live it, not to let it live you. Remember that.
Remember it or else. What?
Yeah.
What?
Just remember
it. How will I be benefited by remembering that?
Just don't let life live you.
Oh, right.
Just don't get played by life, bro.
Life's done been living me.
It's this damn life's living
that
me,
bastard.
Man. Couple more.
Okay.
I always want to be able to fight. I always want to be able to go left when they tell me to go right. Not because I'm being hard-headed. It's just me taking a creative stance. I have no problem with constructive criticism, but at the same time, I have a problem with doing the same thing that everybody's doing. And that's the way I found a way to survive in the music game. Holy fuck, man.
That's a little long-winded. Could have been snappier.
Yeah.
As far as quotes go, I think that just sounds like a little excerpt of someone's conversation. It doesn't really seem like a very poignant quote.
What the fuck? I mean, you know what? I don't want to.
Started with a rhyme and then it let me down real quick.
And then Mr. Dale went off the fucking.
Mr. Dale.
Mr. Dale went off the track.
Dale.
Dale. I'm sharp. What the streets taught me how to do is hustle, how to make something out of nothing. You lived on the streets? Maybe. I think he's Cuban or he's
I
Mexican?
don't doubt his street background.
Yeah, he's probably got some cred. Yeah, probably. Mr. Pitbull, sorry if I'm offending you.
You better be sorry. He will totally make time for you.
Oh fuck, he's coming out here.
Make time to come have a talk with you.
He's got a plane on here now. I'm just here to open up doors for all these other cats out here that are trying to do the same thing. Really?
Oh well, maybe he doesn't realize that I'm trying to do the same thing. He should open up a door for me.
And then this is the last one,
Mr. Bull.
Yeah,
sir.
Mr. Bull, please, could you open up a couple doors for us? Thanks.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm just trying to exist out here. Just trying to go left when they tell me to go right.
Yeah, man. And
that's
then
what I'm trying to do.
I'm
Always
doing
remember that.
and then it's not getting me anywhere. What the hell, Mr. Pitbull?
I think I wasn't remembering that life was living me instead of.
That's
me
right. Yeah,
living
you're
life.
getting lived, man. You're getting lived. That's what's going on, man.
Problem.
And then this is the final one that you got to remember. All right. This is the alma mater. This is the credo that you have across your neck. Punish the deed, not the breed. Pitbull.
The deed, not the breed.
That's right.
Yeah, cops. Listen up. Yeah.
Yeah, cops, remember that.
Yeah. Think about it, cops.
Yeah, that's actually the perfect people that was for.
I think that was that people that was for.
That was that people. That was
Nope.
All right, so what do you think of Mr. Pitbull?
I like him a lot.
Yeah,
I like
me
him
too.
a lot
I like him
better.
too.
On the record, he is a wonderful guy, also quite handsome and smart.
And he can open doors. Picture that with a Kodak.
He's not behind the green screen right now with his 747.
Oh yeah, by the way, his
Sniper
new
rifle aimed
album,
at me.
Dale Jr., Dale Earnhardt Jr. comes out next week. What? No, sorry, 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks from now.
It's got,
Yeah.
by the time this comes out though, anyway.
Yes, Mr. Pitbull, we thank you.
Most of our fans are Pitbull fans, I think, so.
I mean, how can you not, man?
That's true. How could you not be a Dale fan?
Fucking wordsmiths like that. He's got a PhD in words. All right. Okay. I got one other segment that will bring us back, but it's better.
Oh, okay.
But it'll bring us
Better
back to a
than that.
past episode that wasn't as good. So we're doing another psychopath test.
Fuck.
This one's better.
I didn't know it was going to happen. I didn't study. Again.
Perfect. Well, let's see if this one actually works. So this is off Reddit. This is actually somebody brought like the best psychopath test to Reddit, not just me going on some like psychopath.org.
Psychopath.org.
Yeah. Are you
Slightly
a psychopath?
monitored site. Yeah.
I clicked a pop-up. Yeah. Fucking.
Are you a serial killer? Click here. Well,
Yes. All right. Enter your address.
I know I'm not, but I'll click it.
Cops are on the way. Yeah. So this dude just like, I've been really interested in those riddles, determined if you're a psychopath. And he's like, I brought and compiled the best ones here so you can answer it and see if you're a psychopath. Okay, so let's get into it. All right. Shall we? So I haven't read the answers, so I hope they're good. I'm taking his word for it because he's got all the questions and then he's got the answers after. All right. You ready?
No.
Perfect. That was the first. You're a psychopath. Nailed it.
What did I say?
That's right. Okay, number one. An explorer and his crew were stranded in the Arctic for several months. When they were finally rescued, the explorer was reunited with his wife and told her all of his stories about how their ship crashed and the captain had to feed the remaining crew penguins while they huddled on the ice together in order to survive.
The captain had to feed them penguins?
Had to feed the remaining crew penguins, yep. A few days later, the explorer's wife became curious and decided to try penguin for herself. Despite the explorer's experience, he agreed to eat some with her. Immediately after, he began to cry and later offed himself. Why?
Because this is not what he had been eating.
He was eating people.
Yeah.
He killed the people.
He killed the people?
He killed the people.
I think the captain killed the people because he was feeding penguins to people.
Fattening them up
Was he?
so that he could survive longer. It doesn't make any
I
sense.
don't think he was fattening anyone. Nobody ate any penguins is the point. Wait a minute. Start the story again. Real quick. Where were they?
Stranded in the Arctic for several months.
The Arctic?
The Arctic.
Not the Antarctic?
Just the Arctic.
So not the Antarctic.
No.
So there's no penguins in the Arctic.
Uncle Arctic.
What?
Not the Antarctic.
No. Don't be stupid. No.
Move on.
No, but that's the point of the story is the Antarctic is the only place that there's penguins. The Arctic doesn't have penguins at all. So there's no, they didn't say they're in the
So he's
Antarctic.
lying.
He's literally, there's no penguins there. And everybody should know that on that.
Okay, well,
vessel.
are you ready for the answer? Oh, fuck.
If you're on a vessel in the Arctic, you should know that you're not
I
about
think
to
this is
see
not
any
psychopath. I think
penguins.
it's just smart. I wouldn't fucking know that shit. I wouldn't think of that. While normal people would say something like, the penguin is bringing back triggered memories or something, but the psychopath would answer, the man realized the penguin tasted nothing like what he ate on the ice. He suddenly realized the captain was feeding them their dead crewmates, and he could not live with the guilt. Also, there are no penguins in the Arctic. Wait, one for the psychopath?
Psycho!
Yeah. Ooh, bing, bing. Good.
You
Damn.
can't just have logic. Only psychos have logic.
Crazy, dude. A young woman was at her mother's funeral when
These
she
are
ran into a
always
man
scary.
she did not know. He was incredibly handsome and kind, and the woman fell in love with him instantly. She never
Deaf.
got the name.
He's deaf. Go on.
No, didn't we answer this one on the last one?
No. I don't think we did. Go ahead.
A young woman was at her mother's funeral when she ran into a man she did not know. He was incredibly handsome and kind, and the woman fell in love with him instantly. She never got his name or number. The next day, she suddenly kills her sister. Why? So she could see the man again.
Right. Yeah,
The answer to the
we
riddle-
did do this one, and it was dumb.
The woman wanted to create another funeral, so she. Okay, thanks, Reddit guy.
Oh,
Whatever.
God. Does he not read our podcast?
Does he not read our damn podcast? Yeah.
The guy doesn't even read our podcast.
Fake fan.
Oh, shit.
Your apartment building is right next to another apartment building, so that when you look out your window, you can see into the windows of the other apartment building as well. One night, as you are eating dinner, you look out your window to see a man murdering one of the residents of the other building. The murderer looks at you, and you can see his face. Suddenly, he begins moving his pointer finger up and down at you. What does this mean? So he is moving his pointer finger from across. He just murdered somebody, now he's looking at you, and he's moving his pointer finger. What does this mean?
I'm trying to decide whether it's supposed to be like a reflection of you doing it in your apartment or something like that. Like, is it like what's the creepy thing here? Like, I don't really know. What's the up and down finger thing?
So I've heard this one before.
Is
So
it like an elevator thing? No.
Close.
He's murdering somebody. He's putting his finger up and down. Don't know.
He is counting the floors to see how many floors up you are so he can come kill you because you just witnessed his murder.
Oh, okay, but he's not. But you don't put your finger up
I know,
and
it's-
down.
yeah.
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, you kind of worded it weird. Yeah.
That's hard. Somebody flicking their finger up, down is what I pictured, and that's not how you count anything.
He's just turning on and off the light, just looking at you. What a
Just
weirdo.
sort of
Hello.
creepily waving.
Hello.
Like, okay.
Hi. Yeah. Murder.
Just murdering.
Just murdering. Yeah, you're next. I'll be over shortly. A murderer breaks into a man's house one night with only a knife, but he didn't know that the man he aimed to kill was in the kitchen instead of the bedroom. When the man saw him, he got scared and ran into his living room closet, grabbed a knife of his own, but failing to get a phone. He locks the murderer out and prepares to face him.
Okay, hold on. We got to take this again, because right now I got a guy who was in a kitchen, ran away from the kitchen to get a knife in his closet.
Yeah.
The other guy, like the fact that they're in a kitchen didn't factor into the knives at all. This guy brought his own knife. This other guy ran out of the kitchen to get a knife. Like, okay.
Knives
Sorry,
lousy
go
around the
on.
house.
There's
Yeah.
a lot more knives everywhere else except the kitchen. So
So a murderer. Yeah, I'll just start from the.
yeah, I'm just curious to hear the.
A murderer breaks into a man's house one night with only a knife, but he didn't know that the man he aimed to kill was in the kitchen instead of the bedroom. When the man saw him, he got scared and ran into
Now,
his
which
living
one
room
now?
closet.
So the Mark saw the guy
Yeah.
come in and ran into his living room
His closet.
to get a knife.
Grabbing a knife of his own, but
On the
failing
way,
to
maybe.
get a phone, he
Right.
locks the murderer out and prepares to face him. How does the murderer end up killing the man?
Just
Fuck, that was all word soup, dude.
I don't. Yeah, I know. I'm just like, is it like, I don't know. Do you just wait? You just sit there?
And then you're just like, I got all day, man.
Yeah,
I'm a murderer.
I'm the one who's a murderer.
I don't got a bank job to get to,
Yeah, I gotta just sit here, I guess,
and wait for you to get out of the closet. I saw you go in the closet.
Starve them out.
Yeah.
I guess. Guy's in there with a knife. Just wait, I guess. I don't know. That's weird.
Most people would say something like, he just charges right in to kill him. But the man has a knife of his own,
That
which is
sounds
a
more
chance.
psychotic.
The murder,
Just charge
yeah,
in
just
after
yeah,
them.
that does, yeah, just berserker, yeah. But the man has a knife of his own, which is a chance the murderer cannot take. Some people would say he would just burn the house down, but the psychopath would argue that's too impersonal. The psychopath would likely say he makes stepping noises to make it seem like he's leaving, and then he gets behind the door and kills the man when he comes out to call the police. Wow.
This is just imaginary scenarios now. This is no riddle. That's
Yeah.
just a guy sitting there going, "What would I do if he ran in the closet?"
I would make footsteps pretending to walk
yeah,
away.
you fucking
Just
creep.
I'm walking away now. Doot 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 doot. I'm
Thank
gone.
God
I
can-
left.
Thank God I can come out. I don't hear him breathing still. I'm fooled.
Oh, thank God he's gone. Yeah, just fucking Hanna-Barbera this shit. Yeah.
Hope he doesn't burn down the house. Like
Yeah.
that. Oh my God.
That's too impersonal. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure that the psychopath would say that. I think the person who wrote this is a fucking psycho. Anyway.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know that I'm murdering this person. It's like, what's so person? Yeah.
They're trying to guess
Holy.
what a normal person would think. They're like, a normal person would just burn down the house. Like, no, they wouldn't.
No, that's insane.
No.
Yeah. That's way worse.
also really messed up. That's worse.
Okay, here we go. Next one. There is a very close couple with only one teenage son, forming a tight-knit and almost strange sort of family. Every day the couple walks their son to school. Unfortunately, other kids...
Why is it strange?
I don't know.
Okay. They got a kid, so that makes it sort of strange.
Strange,
Little
yeah. I
family.
don't know.
Yeah.
Other kids see this action as silly and start bullying him for it. So they're bullying him because he's a teenager getting walked to school.
Yeah.
causing the son to come home in hysterics every night. Slowly, the couple begins killing
At least
individual
his
children.
parents are with him while he's walking home in hysterics.
That's right. Yeah. It's okay, son.
I hate walking with you.
Leave me alone. Slowly. Oh, this was on the other one too, I think. Slowly, the couple begins killing individual children from the school at random. Why are they doing this?
To prove that it needs to be that you need to walk your kid to school because it's not safe out there. So that their kid is right about having to be walked to school. So validated now.
If you make fun of my son, you're gonna get murked.
Well, there's that too, I guess. There's the very direct, vengeance.
Yeah, vengeance. Yeah, which is not what a psychopath would think. A psychopath would likely think it's sort of utilitarian terms, seeking to remedy the situation in an unsettling and unusual way. The couple began killing children because with a murderer on the loose, other parents would likely start walking their kids to school rather than letting them go alone, thus making the family's behavior completely normal and taking away any reason the bullies have to use against him.
Yeah, that's what I said, basically, but it's like...
That's so dumb.
What? This is to tell if you're a psycho or not. Let's put this absolutely lunatic situation that only would happen to a psycho and then see how a normal person would decide how to... Carry out the psychotic thing? How would a normal person carry out a murder? Oh no, you must be a psycho if you carry out the murder that way.
Yeah. Oh,
what?
Wait, you're just getting revenge?
Both ways we're murdering.
Yeah.
Like, what?
You're just getting basic revenge? You're so sane?
A normal person would burn down the house. A psycho would make sure they stab them. Like, dude, that's very...
I think the police should have a talk with whoever this Redditor is. Paranormal Watermelon, man. You're psycho.
Yeah.
A murderer kills a man and leaves the body in an elevator with several large windows. Yet after leaving him, he stands outside the window and stares at him for a considerably long time, in brackets. Why? What?
One more time, please.
A murderer kills a man and leaves the body in an elevator with several large windows. So like a mall or something.
Willy Wonka's glass elevator.
Yeah.
Corpse in it. Yeah.
Yet after leaving him, he stands outside the window and stares at him.
The window. How do you stand outside the window? On an elevator.
Yeah. I think we're just slowly descending into madness here.
You're the window washer? Like, what is this?
For this question, you have to think about more than just the murder itself. This is literally what it says.
Just use your fucking brain, dummy.
Yeah.
You have to use your brain a little bit.
This is actually a really in-depth psych evaluation. Okay. Didn't say that, but
yes.
Since the elevator has windows, everyone in the building can see inside, likely a glass elevator or something. If there was a dead body in it, most people would likely be staring at it, and the psychopath would know that he would need to blend in too, so walking away would make him seem even more guilty. So dumb.
This is just like one person's like line of thought that they're like, it has to be this way. This is how reality would go.
So I murder somebody and then I just stand there and they're like, bro, I just saw that.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at it just like you're looking at it.
Yeah. This guy's been standing for 11 hours by this corpse waiting for someone to notice it. So that he
Are you seeing me watch this? Yeah. Are you seeing me look at this?
Well, if I was innocent, wouldn't I just look at it at least?
And scram? Yeah.
No, I would.
Never mind the blood all over me. Yeah.
I don't have anything to hide.
So dumb.
I can look at the body. I have nothing to hide. It wasn't me. Just fucking standing there over this corpse.
Okay, last one. Oh, man. You're asked to imagine yourself walking through the dark and eerie woods late at night. Your heart is pounding and you hear strange sounds all around you.
Like that.
Like a zombie turkey. Suddenly you hear and feel breathing behind you and whirl around instantly in terror. What do you see? This is a multiple choice. A wild animal. B, a pale person of the opposite sex. C, a shadow figure. D, a dog. E, nothing. F, a giant bug.
I'm going to go with the ghostly chick. Let's go with the pale chick.
Pale person of the opposite sex?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a giant bug because that would make me panic and terror and whirl. That would make me whirl in terror.
That would make me whirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would whirl. Seeing a pale chick, I would run away. Ah, girl!
Man, this guy thinks he has a PhD in words. This one actually has a little bit of science to it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He actually ran this through a couple trained professionals.
It can't be a giant bug because we wouldn't hear breathing.
That's right.
Okay.
Giant bugs don't breathe
through their skin.
That's right.
What bugs do.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't put science to that. Yeah.
You use science, okay, and next time you'll do better.
My bad. Apparently,
what were our other choices, by the way, before we give our explanation here? We have a
wild animal.
Yeah.
A pale person of the opposite sex. A shadow figure. A dog. Nothing. A giant bug.
Shadow figures don't breathe. either.
Probably gonna be nothing.
They're made out of shadows. Okay, go ahead, please. This is very dumb.
Yes, this is
Choices.
awful. Yeah, like this is the last time I'm going to put my faith in the psychopath test. Apparently, psychologists have found that psychopaths tend to see a dog standing behind them when asked this question. They are still unsure why. What? This is not, they're pretending, they're fronting like this is a real test.
Bill.
Bill.
This is,
Anyways, yeah.
Now
okay.
you know.
Now you know that the internet is full of useless bullshit.
Yes,
Now
that
you
we know.
Yeah.
We've surmised as much. At least we made it through.
We did.
So here we are now, more enlightened.
That was crazy, man. Fucking.
That was crazy. I don't understand what makes somebody think that. Is that just like the most downvoted thing ever? Or are there just a bunch of people who are like, yes, yeah, that's totally what would happen?
Yeah,
No, man, you're just making shit up.
like.
We should make one of these. We should just write one of these things and be like, oh, okay. So I don't know. If your cat walks into the room while you're murdering 7 people, do you pet the cat or do you take the cat to the vet? Now, this one has some science behind it, actually. If you use your brain and if you're not a complete fucking moron, then this one makes perfect sense. You see, you're trying to make a paper airplane. So
That's right.
when
Yeah.
the paper airplane goes through the air, you want to make sure your cat chases it. You want to have taken it to the vet already, so it's not there, so that you could throw the paper airplane. Anyone who says otherwise is a psycho, because you would have already thought that your cat would be there. You wouldn't have even considered the paper airplane.
You need an alibi.
It's easy. It's written
right there. That's
right there.
yeah. That's in the textbook. That's textbook.
That's one of Dale's main quotes.
Dale says he just got lived, bro. Yeah,
Dude.
He just got lived.
I think that this has been a lot of tripe.
Yeah.
A lot of.
Hey man, tripe is what we're known for. Do you have anything that's worth?
I'm leaving. I quit.
Okay. We have 1 minute on the clock here.
Okay.
Would you like to thank anybody? Would you like to add anything?
Like beatbox for a bit, just like that.
Picture that with a Kodak. That's the only thing I can fucking remember. Or Donkey Kong, King Kong. Yeah, Pitbull, Dale Earnhardt, man.
Dude,
I was a racer.
Yeah, no, I think that this is just, it's devolved. It's descended into madness fully.
Oh man. Do you have a happy story?
Degraded. I tried
Yeah.
to talk about Halloween costumes.
That's pretty happy.
That was happy.
It was a happy day. All right. Well, anyways, don't do mushrooms and fly a plane. Pitbull.
No, but that bugs me. That's weird. It's so weird that I think the mushrooms had to be either, well, maybe it's just not for everybody. Maybe there's some things in the world, some people that just can't handle a trip like that.
It stopped. Yeah, we had 1 minute, but we're back.
Stopped. I was just I don't know at what point it stopped, but I was just saying, like, anybody who's actually that I've ever known to have ever taken mushrooms ever has not been violent. It's been quite the opposite. They want to giggle and yawn and hug you, and they're having unless they're having a scared time, in which case they just sort of are afraid, right?
Yes.
But I don't
crippled. Yeah.
Right. Like they took way too much and this is too overwhelming for them or whatever. And they need to calm down.
He's blaming it on something. I think he was just having a psych snap. I think
his lawyer advised that he say that,
hey man, you did drugs. Okay. And that you blame it on that. I think that's what has to happen. I think it was more of just a mental breakdown, and it was to do with mental illness.
Now you're blaming it on mushrooms, which is, to me, that doesn't make any sense. I've never
literally like the only drug not the only drug, but like one of the proven drugs to like cure depression. Psilocybin, like straight up, like microdosing is actually.
Microdosing, right? Like, so anything, and if you take anything in a crazy amount like that, you're going to have troubles, right? Like, really, I don't know. I've talked about drugs on the podcast before, and I'm clearly not a person who's fully against certain dabblings, right? But like, I will be the first to say that it's not for everybody, and you should not abuse it.
That's
like,
right.
You should not be just eating a friggin' quarter of mushrooms or an eighth or whatever, and just, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, who knows if my brain might unhinge somehow or whatever, right? Like,
literally, you gotta, like throwing a toddler into the fucking lake.
You got to really know what you're doing
and say swim, toddler.
Just a little advice from old Uncle Daniel here. If you're going to do these things, really prepare yourself, because you want to be Dan. You want to be around people who you trust, who will take care of you, make sure you don't go and shut the fuel off on a plane. You want to be nowhere near a goddamn plane.
Yeah.
Also, where could be more terrifying than an airport or on a plane while you're on mushrooms?
That's the other
and
thing
he wasn't even on it still.
48 hours later, man, there's no way. He's still tripping.
Maximum amount of time. I don't know. What is the maximum amount of trip? Like, but in the world, I wonder what the record
fuck.
is for like longest mushroom trip ever, because it stops working after a bit.
Oh, 100%.
It doesn't even like, you can like, even if people take it, I'm at a festival or whatever, I took a bunch of mushrooms yesterday, I'm going to do it again today. It doesn't really work as well.
No, that's
like your brain's already like, yeah, we know. Okay. You know, like you'll get a little bit wavy or whatever, but you're not going to like feel that same thing. So it's not like he could have just done a mushroom binge.
Yeah.
It's not what you do. You feel awful. You stop doing it. I don't know. It's weird.
Crazy, man.
Anyways, that was a fun podcast.
That was a fun one. Yeah,
a lot of wild shit, dude. That was kind of crazy.
Did some fun stuff. We had some. I like to break it up into a little bit of funny stuff, a little bit of psych evaluation, and then a real story to bring out the current events. You know,
I told some stories.
And and then I like when you bring out your stories too.
My
that makes us happy.
dark and twisted past.
Yeah. No, it was comforting actually that the cops take stuff for real in Canada.
Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe
you go
everywhere.
waving your gun around, and they're gonna show up.
Yeah,
they're really gonna take it seriously.
That's right. Those are hilarious stories.
Guess what? They don't want to get shot either.
And your cousin Lee is Bigfoot.
Yeah, he's a bastard. He did something bad to my cousin, so fuck him.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. He'll never see this.
Okay.
He's a bastard.
Oh. And on that note,
on that note,
love
peace
y'all.
And love.
Peace and love. Mad love.
Thank you so much for coming back and checking out These Are My Friends. You guys are the best. Really appreciate you guys.
Yes. Love y'all.
Peace.
All two of you. Peace.
These are my